When I built the Extreme Flight Extra, I wanted to make a hot rod. This is the 78-inch version that's usually meant to have a 35cc engine. But I had this DA50, and yes, it did fit. Aside from the engine, everything else is done according to the instruction manual. After the first few flights, I did move the CG back about a half an inch from where the factory says to have it. All of the control surfaces are set at the maximum throw I could get. Originally this plane was equipped with an iGyro 3, but I just didn't like the way it flew with that on, so I've turned it off. Everything in these videos was done with iGyro turned off. It did increase the expo and the ailerons to about 40%, and with that the plane flies very comfortably. Between the DA50 and a 3-bladed 20x12 prop, vertical performance is virtually unlimited. And with the CG moved back that half an inch, all of the aerobatics seem to have tightened up a bit with this plane. For some reason, this Extra needs some encouragement to get into a knife edge spin. The Extra needs very little rudder input to sustain knife edge flight. There's virtually no coupling and you can fly it around knife edge all day long. I've flown constant knife edge figure eights with the Extra until I got tired of doing it. When the Extra's at speed, it's an animal in the air, but slow down to a walk and it lands like a puppy. All the video here was shot over one weekend when I tried teaching myself to do crankshafts. Some people also call this a lamshavak, or something that's very close to a lamshavak anyway. Like a lot of aerobatic stuff, the crankshaft is heavily dependent on stick timing. There's no real way of starting out slow and working your way up, so we just gotta start at speed and see if we can get this mastered. Every once in a while I'll get one that looks pretty good, like this one. And I'm not really sure what's different between this one and the ones I really blew. But as long as the Extra didn't blow up in the sky, I was happy to keep practicing these. I've heard warnings about this being really tough on an airframe, and it sure does look tough, but the Extra stood up to it very well. What you see in this video is less than half of the attempts I made in this one afternoon. There was a pretty decent left to right wind when we were doing this, but it didn't seem to matter to the crankshafts which direction we were going. I found out that I could mess them up going in either direction. In the end, I'm learning and the Extra is surviving. Both of those are good things.